Nacho Novo with one kick of the ball to take Rangers to Manchester. The ball isn't set on the spot. Manchester, brace yourself. Rangers are coming! Scotland will have its big night as well. The Scots are heading for Manchester, and you know what? Manchester may not be big enough.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Who would have believed that was 12 years ago? Join myself, Oxford, on the panel tonight is the one and only Bridgeman. Evening, Bridge.
Oh, good evening to you, Oxford. Big good evening to the boys in the lobby and to all our Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
It seems as if it was yesterday, Bridge. That penalty kick. Is it true that time moves faster the older you get, mate?
What exquisite, wasn't it? What a feeling. Oh, what a feeling.
Is that the most nervous you've ever been at a penalty kick, Bridge?
Yes, indeed it was. It meant a lot. It meant, well, you know, the biggest we'll ever manage, I would imagine, to get us to a Europa League final, you know. Just fantastic. Just absolutely unbelievable. You know, just great.
12 years ago on this day, Nacho Novo. Hopefully we'll have on the show. He was coming on, but he called off because he wasn't well, and obviously there's a lot of stuff going about. But you never know; he might be back on in the future. But it was a tremendous result, a tremendous run, and culminated that night in Florence, where that team just backs to the wall and ground it out. And what you forget about it, they played a bit of the game with 10 men after Big Kuzan was sent off.
Aye, I remember it well. No, I think, you know, at that time, at that era, we had a really good team and a really good squad, and they fought for everything. They absolutely fought for everything. And just brilliant to see. And what a result that was. What a result. And we Novo taking the penalty. And, you know, I don't think there's a Rangers fan anywhere thought he would have missed it. And that's being honest. They think
I don't think I've ever been so nervous at a penalty kick. I can't think of one that the emotions was going through. Because I was still recovering. When Fergie missed the first one, I thought, here we go, we've lost this. And then the guys that stepped up to, I remember when Big Papak stood up, I'm thinking, what's happening here? The big man struck it away as calm as you like, and then it was Vieri, the big centre forward, he passed it out the bar, and you went, wait a minute, this has gone our way. And the next thing you know, we Novo stepping up there, and you're thinking, if he scores this, we're in the final.
It's a dream, innit? It's a dream. Absolutely brilliant.
I just remember the emotions, mate, and I can't believe it was 12 years ago today. So if people want to come on with their memories of that, we're happy with that. We also know there's a lot of things happening in the Rangers world. The pantomime keeps growing. There's been twists and turns, and, well, I think it's ready to implode, but that's a personal view. And also, we've got my Cheers membership being launched, and also season ticket renewals with the people's thoughts on that. And obviously, we know there's a lot of issues with when the season's going to start going forward, and if the season's going to start. I mean, my main view was it will maybe start in September, but that's a maybe, you know, 2020, 21, if no August. But we'll see where it takes us. That's my personal view. No inside info for that. No stories to tell, Bridge.
No. I was going to say that story as we mentioned a bit earlier about Dundee United. Do you want to mention that guy?
Oh, nothing to do with us, mate. Nothing to
no, I'm just meaning the surprise.
No, forget about him.
That's cool. That's cool.
So, I think what we'll do is it's Friday. It's 40 ouncer. I know you're like a wee Barchester. I think that's a bottle of Stolich Schneier I see he's got, which is very unusual for him. He's usually a Smirnoff man, so he must have upgraded in his home delivery. You know, he must have got some Stolich Schneier in, so he's got that with a wee bit of Coke. JFK, he's got his usual. Anything. He'll be away in a minute, hopefully. So if people want to phone us, what's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you were brought in a call with Old School Blue and Fox, who are beavering away in the background.
Good old Foxy boy. Good old Foxy boy.
And Old School Blue's got a bottle of Red Lush, he's calling it. Sounds like a woman's drink, doesn't it?
He said something about that. He said something about that last night. It's the same bottle. The same bottle.
I don't know, but Red Lush, it sounds like something a woman would drink at a Pippa D. There's a pass for the pass, Bridge.
Brilliant, pal.
All right, JFK has joined us. I thought he might. It's Friday.
Yep.
Evening, JFK. How are we doing?
I'm all right. Oxshire, how are you? And how are you, Bridgeman?
Oh, excellent, pal.
What's that? Red Lush.
Well, I've had a few lushes in my time, mate. I can tell you. My poison tonight is Iron Brew, mate.
I'm very proud of you, mate.
Yeah, I'm still trying to keep the solids doing. I'm being a good boy. Yeah, I'm being okay.
Old School Blue sent me a picture of his Red Lush. It's called Yellowtail Jammy Red Roo.
Memories of that night. Watched the game in the house with a few friends.
Can I ask you something? In all seriousness, that penalty kick, is that the most nervous you've ever been as a Rangers supporter? It
was, mate. Well, one of the most nerve-wracking in a long time. But I remember you said on here, I think it was away last year, about everybody man up and tell us if you ever cried watching a Rangers game. Well, I did do it a couple of times at cup finals at Hampden. But I've got to say that, I think it was about 15, 20 in my house that night, and I kid you not, I couldn't believe it, when the penalty went in. I sat and I cried. I was overwhelmed with it, mate. I did something I never thought never see again, and I'm not ashamed to say that.
Oh, there's different kinds of tears, mate. And
emotion, and then just before I knew it, there was 4 or 5 other grown men, the same as myself. The women that were there were all looked as if we were daft, but we all just great, mate. And
I can understand that. Joy. When I was out with Fox and I eventually bought a drink, I was the same, mate. I was overcome.
Oh well.
I remember it when we were down in the bottom division. And we played in the Scottish Cup against Motherwell at Ibrox, and we beat them 3-1. I think it was 3-1 anyway. And there was about 4 or 5 of us standing together, and really and truly, the tears were coming. We just couldn't believe we were going to beat this mob, because we were in a great side, as you know, in the 3rd division, whatever it was. But when we beat, I might even have been the next year, but I think it was when we were down in the bottom league, and we beat Motherwell, and we absolutely smashed them. And they
was that the year we got to the semi-final against the D United at Ibrox? I think
it was indeed. They beat us 3-0.
Aye.
Yeah. But actually, a good crowd they brought as well. They brought a good crowd.
I get it, JFK. I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know if I was crying, but I'll tell you what, I was emotional, and I don't doubt there would be tears there at some point, because it would just hit you like a wave when that penalty kick went in. And one of my life's regrets is I wasn't in Florence. I wish I'd been there. I don't know why, but I just wish I'd been there rather than been watching it. I just wish I'd been at Florence, but you can't turn back the clock, can you?
No. But it was a fantastic night, even watching it on the telly and that. And
just a wee one. Did you make your work the next morning?
I didn't make my work for about 3 days, mate.
Oh my God, Jimmy!
I partied hard straight into the next day. Phoned him again. I'm sorry, I'm got a bit of a cold. But no, look, it's these moments when you're a Rangers fan has been. I can go back to '72 when I saw the first, and to be there and see that, and then all these years later, we get, and you're thinking, what's going to be? And, fantastic! On the night watch, I thought when the penalty got missed, and I thought, this is no for us, But then when we natural, I was like yourself, stepped up, and there's people know you in my house and even couldn't watch the telly.
I couldn't watch. I could watch their penalties, but I couldn't watch the Rangers penalties. I just couldn't. I don't know why, bizarrely, but everyone I were in, you knew about the reaction, and there was a lot of hugging, and I'm sure people have got their own memories, but What I can't believe, GFK, it was 12 years ago. I know there's been some amount of water went under the bridge since, but geez, where's the time went, bruh?
I know. Time just flies. I mean, the memories we've got about Rangers games gone by. And I was seeing the reminiscing the day talking about it now, and God, 12 years ago. It seems like yesterday. Can remember everything about it. And then obviously there was a big scramble after that, as we know, to get in there.
I think.
On you go, Brad.
I was going to say that another one that was very emotional for me anyway, and I dare say many thousands of others, is when we beat Celtic in the semi-finals, the Scottish Cup.
I think it penalties. Was, but I think that was a great day. We were there together. Well, we weren't in the stadium together, but we went together.
Absolutely, yeah. It was just great. It was a marvellous occasion for us, And it was quite emotional.
It was emotional because of what it was, but I just don't think the patch showing.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't say anything. I'm just going. There's some emotional games. I don't know what causes it, but when I was watching that penalty to Novo score, that was just out of this world. I mean, really and truly out of this world. And it takes you a while, and then all of a sudden it hits you, bang! Wow.
And that's Novo because of that. And that bit of commentary by ITV, and it's no STV, it's ITV because it was down in South. That commentary for me was some bit of commentary. The guy couldn't have summed it up better, and the immortal lines that Manchester might not be big enough. At least he knew what was happening. The authorities didn't know what was happening, but that's a whole show on its own, and I'm sure we're talking about Manchester. We get you on this day, we'll discuss that. But just fantastic memories and. JFK, if people want to join us, give their thoughts. What's the number?
It's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Bridge?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and the very handsome technical Terry will bring you in and make sure you're okay. Enjoy yourself. All
right, Fox has joined us, mate. We'll bring Fox in. Always good to hear from Fox, get his memories. And that's your Novo's penalty. Evening, Fox.
Good evening, lads.
Good evening, mate. How we doing, mate? That penalty on Nachos, where were you? And emotions?
I watched it in the house, mate. Emotions were running mad. It was a bunny day behind the couch things, wasn't it? But it was quite typical of that run in Europe that year. I think the defence got us as far as we did, mate. To be quite honest, I think they'd only lost 2 goals up until that game. I could be wrong on that, but the penalty takers were mostly defenders, apart from Nacho Novo.
Proving up.
Barry Ferguson missed. He missed. We had Whittaker. Aye. Parpatch. And it was Hindami. Aye, you said Hindami and then Novo, but. It was the defence that got us there, mate. We played a kind of really defensive game all the way through the competition. I wished it had changed for the final, but unfortunately it didn't. We played the same way. But to get there was an achievement of its own. And I think us being in that final in 2008 will be the last time a Scottish club will be in a final for at least 20 years. Mate, I don't see us being in the final again, to be honest with you.
You might be right, mate. You might be right. And obviously, we're still in the UEFA Cup come May.
Aye, well, that's a record in the scene.
We might be in it come June as well, GFK.
Well, we might do. Aye. As Fox said there himself, these memories are great memories, and it was. After all the years, no being in Europe and in that position to win it, and I don't know if you're going to talk about the final, but we just didn't do ourselves justice in the final. I think we'd emptied our tank that night, but they're going to be proud of the team. With a cracking team going through that tournament, they done whatever they could to win the tournament. And Zenit, I know they had a couple of decent big Russian players in it, but I thought we could have beat them, but hey-ho.
I think we just ran out of gas, mate. I really do.
Aye, I do. Yeah.
I really do. Can I just give a shout-out to Little Blue, who's in the lobby? I know she's on the front line. all respects to you, little boy, and great to see you about, and all the best for everybody here at Rangers Radio. I know you've not been on for a while. Can we just change the subject? And of course, people can come and join us. And I know some of you got strong views. Obviously, Rangers launched the season ticket renewals today, and also the MyGers membership scheme, which we knew was coming. I'll go to you first, JFK. Keep it brief.
Yeah.
Remember, you're no wiser. That's all Bear's job. That's all Bear's job. And I know you've got strong feelings on some of the things that's happening, and I've got sympathy for everybody's point of view. Go on, you go, JFK.
First of all, I don't think the 30th of June is a good enough extension for other people who may not be able to afford their season ticket the way they have in the past. I'm fortunate. The fact is, I can get mine quite easy, if I got to just use that phrase. I think it should have been extended a bit better. I don't know what kind of way you'll be allowed to pay it for anyone. And also the club membership thing, MyGers, I don't know what that is at all, apart from it brings more money in for the club. I don't see what it does for an adult member, a season ticket holder, but I think the kiddies one is an absolute fantastic. I've looked at the things that the kids can get, the box or the scarf and all that, and different things. I think that's absolutely fantastic.
I've been saying for years, mate, that we should have a scarf every year, and it should be the season ticket holders, and that should be that scarf that you sell that year, and they'll become collector's items. You know what these things would be like.
Yeah. And they're doing that for the kids, which is good. But they could do that for everybody. I mean, you'd say yourself, Ox, here, if Rangers says to us, "Oh, look, we're going to put the season ticket up, whatever amount, and included in that, there's a free scarf for everybody." That'd be a fantastic idea, But sometimes I think Rangers lose. There's hundreds of things that could be done to bring the fans back in, and obviously we'll talk about that as the weeks go.
They'd be saying as, well, we've got a full stadium and we've got a 12,000 waiting list, so we've got the fans back in. Would that be their argument as a club?
I think they take us for granted sometimes. I really do. I'm like Bridgeman. Bridgeman spoke the other night there about it. Look, we're all Rangers diehards, and I want to contribute to my club. Because look at the way we're all. If it wasn't for Rangers Radio, we'd be pulling my hair out, and I wouldn't have as much paint under my fingernails. I've never painted so much in my life. But the fact is that Rangers, I feel, sometimes take us for granted. They know that if my seat empties, there'll be somebody else who'll take it up, without a doubt.
On the painting, mate, I'm getting the 2 Hollywood painters to come up and inspect that, mate.
Well, by that time I should be back on the apple juice, mate. So remember and give him my address and tell him not to jump onto the orange lilies, because a big guy who's in the bonds and all that, he does it all the time.
I was speaking to him today, but you know who the 2 Hollywood painters are, yeah?
Well, I know who the Hollywood painters are.
They work in the film game, yeah?
They work in the film game. Maybe they know wiser. I don't know. But
I'll get them up to inspect it.
I know they like a good swallow like you and me, so tell them to bring them up there.
They do. Bridgeman, I know you're. I'm not saying you're unique, but you've got your views, and but you've got views on some of the things that's broke today as well.
Yeah, the season ticket things. I've bought my season ticket already. I did it this morning. We've got to go back in and do the CCs thing, for all the home games, because they're not copying everything over. I don't know why they're not doing that. If you can renew your season ticket, and you want to renew everything, then it should just say change the date, and that's all there is to it.
You're just seeing the My membership as being a part of the old CC continuous credit scheme.
Well, when I say continuous credit, I don't know if I mean continuous credit, because I'm just talking about I would attend all home matches and semi-finals and finals.
Yes.
That's I've had it for years on my season ticket.
I know that, mate.
And I don't understand why they don't just, if you want to renew your season ticket, right there you are, you're getting everything the same, because it's just a setup. It's just a
unless
setting,
you want to opt to it.
That's it. You can change your mind.
I get it. So
the thing is, you can't get.
You're going to pay £50 for the pleasure now. That's something that was free last year. Is that?
That's what it sounds like. But I haven't actually investigated it thoroughly. To me, there's tons of time. So I'm going to hang on and we see what's going to happen. And much like Jimmy, you would ask the question in your mind. You would say, well, £50 a year, plus they charge me a £3 admin fee on the internet. They never did nothing. They presented me.
It's a galling for everything, isn't it? When you get your ticket.
Shocking. Would you like to renew your season ticket? Yes. Right. Okay. Just pay it. So you go in and you put everything in, and they say, "Thank you very much. Your money's been sent." And that's that. You've not done it. They've not done anything, but they charge you £3 admin fee. By the way, I don't mean to sound miserable. By the way, but they're going to get to me.
You pay £60 for 2 concert tickets, and they say, by the way, it's 65 because we need to send it.
There used to be a ticket sales office down in Union Street, Virgin, I think it was, down in Union Street, and I went in there and bought a couple of show tickets for UB40 for me and the wife, and I'm really good in the stare to it, and the guy says that'll be such and such plus, let's say £10, and I says, I'm not paying you £10. I'm not giving you. What are we giving you £10 for? He says, that's your administration fee or whatever it was anyway. I says, for what? You just gave me my tickets. I gave you the money for the tickets. Where does it say administration fee on the tickets? Anyway, they started shouting at the bouncers. I had to pay them because my wife would have killed me.
Was Mrs. Briggs with you at the time?
No, she wasn't right with me, but she knew I was going for it, and I really did like UB40, so it was really good.
Before we go any further, we've been joined by George Logan. Evening, George.
Yeah, George.
Hi, George.
How you all doing, boys? All right?
Hello, George.
Right, how are you? Everybody safe? The Logan household?
Aye, we're all well. I hope you're all well as well.
Yeah, mate. Cheers.
Good stuff. I mean, he's a bit on to talk about that, and I agree with you.
If you want to go back the way, of course, we'll hear your memories of 2008, brah.
I will continue what you were saying there, because Jimmy, I think Jimmy's bang on what he's saying, and so is Bridgeman as well. I mean, they've probably got different ideas, but they're both of them are right in what they're saying. I mean, Jimmy's saying it's probably aimed at younger folk. It probably is as well, because if you look at the benefits for the £50 thing, certain games and things like that, I mean, we're talking about being away games and things like that. So let's say there's 30,000 people sign up for this. Let's say there's 15,000 people sign up for this. Because maybe you that wee bit a better chance of getting an away ticket. It's not going to happen because you're only going to get so many away tickets anyway. So there's certain things that's not going to benefit anybody. But what you're saying about getting a certain scarf or a certain bit of memorabilia for the club every year for this £50, I'd be happy with that, because it's just getting that wee bit extra into the club every year. And I think our fans have been absolutely fantastic. The way we've brought the club back round and helping with funds and things like that. So it's an extra £50. A lot of people will go for it. It's an extra wee bit of money into the club, but I think we'll need to make it a wee bit more clear what you're actually getting out of it, because I think when we were at AGM a few years ago, I think we all spoke about, I think it was actually Fox that said that about bricks and things like that, and buying bricks, buying half bricks and things like that for a certain amount of money, but you own that part of that thing, you own that slab outside your name on it or something like that. It's good ideas of getting money into the club, so this might come round to be a good idea also. Still a lot of things that still got to be followed out.
I get it. I mean, I've banged on about the scarf for years, because one of the things that annoys me, and no offence to the guys, they're only trying to make a living, even I know them, some of them who sell them don't kick with the same fit as us. But the vendors outside the stadium and that, it's always annoyed me, because none of the money goes to your club. And I just think if you go to it right, a simple thing like a scarf, people would either collect them, wear them, give them away. And when they give them away, they might go to the shop and buy the scarf for that year because they want to have that particular scarf. And then the next year, the same thing would happen, and it would come. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm not living in cuckoo land. I don't know. I just think it's simple, and it would be a gift that people would be ordering for people all over the world to have that particular scarf for that year. And I'm talking about a decent scarf. I'm not talking about and making them different every year. And I think that could be a simple money spinner and a simple reward for the season ticket holders. GFK.
There's a particular two people that I know, and I'm not going to say where they stand at Ibrox, right? Because that's when I don't want any to happen to anybody through any of my words and that. But I know for a fact that these two people, because they stay near me, and they actually support the puddle drinkers.
Oh, I've known that for a long time, mate.
Right, well, I know this family.
in our youth, we had run-ins with some of them as well, mate. As you
right.
know,
Well, as I say, I had a run-in with them in the middle of last season, and I know for a fact that that's what they are, and yet we're giving them money, and I'll never buy anything. I'm telling a lie. The only time I buy anything out with the Rangers, because I pay to get made myself, is the guy that stands across at the school, and he does cracking polo shirts, and he does them to your design, and I've got a couple of cracking ones made. Remembrance ones and things like that, but I've paid £50 for them. That's my choice.
That's the amount of material, JFK, for it would only be about £4.
Well, I used to go to Scots and Marine, but now I've gone to Yara's now. But all kidding aside, I'm with you on that. You've always heard me say that,
I've no offence in these people. If they want to put their stuff up, I'm just saying that if you done that, people would obviously know to sort out a retail deal, and it's simple for me, but I've banged on about it for years. The people that listen to the show know I've mentioned it before, but it's just a simple idea for me, George, to make being a season ticket a wee bit of a buy-in,
Aye, I know. I mean, I've heard about the stand I sit in, the Sandy Jardine stand. I think you used to get that years ago, Ox. We used to get a certain scarf every year or something like that. And I don't like the idea of that. Just for example, Big Al out in Australia, maybe get something like that, and he would get that sent out and put one of his boys, and you maybe buy one as well. I don't know everybody would get that same scarf, because a lot of the scarf they make in the sale, they're quite poor quality, if you're honest, Ox. But if you got something that stood out, everybody had the same thing for Rangers, I think that would be quite a good thing. To actually get, or maybe a tie for boys going to certain lounges and things like that as well, Ox. So no, I'm all for these kind of ideas. I think that's a great idea. And it's a good way of encouraging the kids as well, Ken.
I know people in the past that used to collect the Christmas cards.
Hello.
To get a season. We've got a new caller coming through. Evening, caller.
Hello, how you doing?
All right, mate. What's your name?
Jim Smith. I met you in the bowling club. It was Big McPherson, Big Stevie told me to phone in.
All right, Jimmy, how you doing, mate? All right.
Aye, Jimmy.
I've heard rumours that, mate, you struggle to he did a 10 ball at a 50 piece. Is this true?
Listen, by the way, I was hit the back of my head, no problem. I catch it hit the ground, no problem whatsoever.
I did hear that. I ended up in your pocket, and that's how there was lack of evidence with the Jersey guy.
Correct.
How we doing, Jim? All right?
Aye, we're okay. Aye.
Can I ask a question? Is that Jim Vipartic? Are you Vipartic, pal?
No. I'm for Sunny Drumchapel.
Oh, good on you. Well done, pal.
Listen, mate, Bridge, you'll need to drop out. We can't have two people with Drumchapel on the call. just in case your wallet disappears, JFK.
No, well, I'm only 5 minutes away for Jimmy and Stevie. I'm very friendly with a lot of good people for the Drumchapel area. So I've got a lot of good things. And saying that, I have been in some sorties with them that we've actually gained a few things. So I'm not going to say anywhere on that.
I know that Jim's got some fabulous memories, and just for the people who don't know you, Jim. Roughly, how many Rangers away European ties have you been to?
Well, I was trying to count it. The last one with Braga, I think that was my 57th. I think it was 55 or 57. I can't really remember, but that's the many times. The early 70s, I started going in the early 70s.
Right, okay.
Obviously, and then went with Dixon Travel. Man, we used to up in Pollockshaw's Road, and then planes, trains and automobiles, and then I joined the travel club because I'm getting a bit of a coffin dodger, so I just want to do a couple of days in and out. No.
Aye, be comfortable.
Jim.
Aye.
You don't fancy the 3 days on the bus now, do you?
Oh, well, funny you should say that. I done I'm a bit of a World War I buff. So last year I done the tour at Belgium, France. I done a whole lot, but I missed out in the Luxembourg tour, and I thought, Christ, I forgot to book Luxembourg. So the only thing I could get was a bus. No, I'm not going to name any names of the bus that we're on. Oh my God! Oh Jesus Christ! We broke down at Lockerbie, and then at Carlisle there to go to the toilet broke down, and I thought, why did I book on a bus? Please, why did I book on a bus going to Luxembourg? But the boys
by the way,
new,
I'm glad you mentioned the World War One, Buff, because we've got Bridgeman on the call, and he was there at Passchendaele.
Very good.
My great grandfather got killed at Passchendaele on the 26th of October 1917, and there's no known grave. He's on the plaque at Tynecott, and I've been to see him since first visit to Tynecott was 2001. 2001. And I go every year to pay my respects to the boys.
Hats off to you, Jim. Hats off to you, pal.
That was a fabulous day we had that day, Jim. But what's on your mind, Rangers-wise, at the moment, mate?
Well, see the Fiorentina. Can I tell you about a Fiorentina story first?
Aye, go on then. 2008, mate. Aye,
well, so there was about eight, and so we went to this Chinese restaurant, and so we all ordered all the food, and it was on these tables where you can spin it around so you can get a different bit of food. Aye. So the guy came out and he had this wee glass vial, a wee bottle, and he spoke better English than us. He went, "This is the hottest chili paste in the world." So what we done was we put the bottle on the table and we spanned the table, right? And whoever landed it, you had to take a wee spoonful of it, right? So I took a wee spoonful of it. By the way, it nearly blew the arse off me. I had to put the toilet roll in the fridge for a fortnight, right? So there was about half it left. So we span it around, and one of the boys said, "By the way, see if I drink that." He said, "And I want it. Will you pay my bill?" "You know, no problem. Go ahead." Right? So he got this wee bottle of chili sauce, and he drank it. I want it. Woof. He went, "Absolutely no problem." Next minute, bang! He's on the deck. He's unconscious.
Was this before the game or after the game?
No, this was before the game. But I mean, somebody shouted, "Get his ticket out of his pocket, get his ticket out of his pocket."
Jim.
Honestly, he never moved. He just had the deck.
Jim, it was cracking to meet you that day in the bowling club. It was a great day. But there's a story, and I know I can't say this story because it's a family show. But the one you tell us about heating up the coin down the red light area. I tell that to everybody, mate. You know,
come home from Germany and Ostend or
when you tell that story that day, it stuck with me. And Oxjay and all that, and Fox already know the story as well. But I tell it all the time, and everybody, it brings tears to their eyes. But that was a cracking day that day, Jim, because I mean, I've not obviously been to as many European games as yourself, but some of your stories were absolutely fantastic, and long may you continue to do that, pal, because it was a cracking day, and it was a pleasure to meet you, mate.
It was. Okay, boys.
Oh, Jim, what about the actual game in Florence? Because one of my regrets is no being there that night. What's your memories of that?
I'll tell you, it was. We kind of hung on when Big Kuzan gets sent off. We kind of hung on. I mean, you were going for 0-0. Rangers knew we were going for 0-0. And but see, when the final whistle went after extra time, I'll never, ever, ever forget. All the family was with me, and it was the 80s, and we all linked arms, right? And we said, "Guys, doesn't matter what happens. What a journey we've had. What a team of support." I said, "We'll be there for them," and we all linked arms. And I can still hear the scream when we Novo hit the back of the net. I don't remember what's his name, the guy for Hearts that ran on.
Webster.
One game he played was Webster. Aye. Uh-huh. I watched a wee bit not that long ago, and he ran on the park with Stevie Smith. I said, "Christ Almighty, he was on the park, you know." But that was, I remember, in the final night, extra time, we all linked arms, and we all said, "Whatever happens, it doesn't matter what a performance we've got, what a journey we've had." Because I never missed a game. I never missed a European game that year. Right. And I said, "That's it." But you know, I've got to be honest with you guys. I just wish, we're all experts in hindsight, I wish the game hadn't been in Manchester. I wish it had been further afield, because you know, Manchester, we got an absolute rollicking in the press for what happened. But see, if it had been further afield, you'd have only got maybe the diehards and a few other. But because it was Manchester, it was down the road, though. And then they never cared for us. They didn't expect anything like that. Never.
I arrived in Manchester at 8 a.m, mate, and I trapped off where I was staying at, and you just knew that it was a recipe for something to go wrong, you know.
Exactly. I mean, what is it, 4 hours down the road, and that was one of the finest days of the year. And I thought, oh my God! But see, they didn't help. See, the Manchester people. See, you went into a shop and said 6 cans of beer. Oh no, you can only buy 24, or you can only buy 36. Do you know what I mean? That's the way they were treating us, and we were all saying, "I no problem, mate." But Fiorentina, never forget it. Christian Vieri, by the way, one of the best centre forwards in the world, right out of the bar. Oh, happy days.
That's when I thought it was going to be a night when he done that, but I was still don't think I've ever been so nervous, Jim, as I was when Novo stood up to take that penalty. Was there tears? Was there tears running about you when it went in?
Oh, everybody was cuddling each other and kissing each other. Guys had 2 days growth. It's the whole story. There's nothing more than dying love than when we had drunk guys for years. I mean, you swear undying allegiance, by the way. Oh, I love you. But brilliant. Never forget that night. Never forget it. And you know, I've never watched the final. I've never seen the final again.
No, I've never watched it again.
Obviously, I was there. No, I've never watched it. But you know, it disappoints me in the final. And to this day, see, 10 days before the final, Advocaat asked AZ Alkmaar of Holland to play 4-5-1 in a friendly to come back because he knew exactly how Rangers were going to play, and that's exactly what we done, 4-5-1.
I think Fox mentioned it earlier.
I met with Novo about before the lockdown. I was in a party to come back for the games. I met with Novo, and we were sitting blaring away, and it's ironic that Jean-Claude Darcheville's one and only full 90 minutes for Rangers was that game in Manchester. Every other game he either got subbed or came on as a sub, and that was his first. And we Novo never got. Well, didn't start. Novo said he said he was so disappointed about it, and can understand because he scored a few goals leading up to the final, but obviously Walter went with Darcheville. No.
I think the plan was to go for Darcheville for an hour, mate, and then change it. But the longer it stayed 1-0, you're trying everything to get a goal. But you're not alone. I mean, Fox was on earlier, and he said he would have liked us to have a go. And if they beat 2 or 3-0, what difference would it make? You beat 2-0 anyway. You know, but they were a decent side, that Zenit. I mean, I remember watching them.
They had that Shabin. They had that Shabin, and he was probably one of the top European players at the time. He was on fire that time. That Shabin,
what was it? They beat Munich 4-0.
Something like that. Aye, horsed them. Absolutely horsed them. Aye.
You know, what's your view on where we are now, Jim? What's your view on where the club are, the team are, and what's going on at the moment, mate? What's your views on that?
I'm going to be honest with you. My first season ticket was £27, right? That was my first season ticket. I'm 65 now. Rangers said today that we're not putting the season ticket prices up. However, if you want to join my jersey, it's £50 or £40 if you're a season ticket holder. Then they've given me an email because I'm the secretary of the local supporters club saying every member in your club has to pay another tenner to register at Ibrox. So basically, I'm paying another £50 and tapping my ticket, and some of the members are going to have to nut about it. Some of the boys are going mental.
So basically, they put your season ticket up with 3%, yeah, roughly.
Aye, and so the boys, the most ironic thing is the boys are wanting a meeting, and I said, how can we have a meeting? Where are we going to have a meeting? And they're all phoning me today. I said, where can we possibly have a meeting? It's going to be, it need to be somebody's house, because you can't go to a function hall, you can't go to a pub, you can't go to a social event. I said, what are we going to do? So, anyway, I was a bit disappointed, I've got to be honest with you. And then they've offered us a £25 voucher for the remainder of the season. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. £25 voucher. You can't even spend it in the shop, even if you wanted to.
I think the club are in a situation, obviously cash flow is important to all businesses, and our club are no different. I think that we need to watch as a support, but the club also have to watch. There's a tipping point, and people have got a tipping point of pushing their loyalty. And obviously, you'll appreciate coming from the industry, Jim, that the economic situation has changed a lot for a lot of people in the last 2 months, mate, and people are in a different place.
I see any guy that's maybe been furloughed or maybe been made redundant, and he's got a couple of kids on his side. He's got a mortgage. He's got to get his priorities right. Rangers have got to realise that. They've got to realise that. But it's all right for me. I mean, I could get my ticket. I've got my ticket today, and that's it. But they've got. You're 100% right. It's a whole new ball game we're in here. A whole new ball game. Bear in mind, we might not see a bit of football now to the turn of the year.
Nobody knows, mate. That's the problem. It's nobody knows. I've got my view that things will change in the next 10 days. There'll be a lot of things coming out in the next 10 days for the government nationally. Maybe Scotland might be different, but there'll be some stuff coming for the UK government.
I reckon next Thursday Boris will say, I'm going to open up maybe some shops or something like that. And it has to start because people... The last 4 or 5 weeks I go out for my walk, I've been obeying all the rules, but I've noticed the amount of traffic the road now is getting up and up and up. People have just decided, no, it's amazing how the traffic's building up. So people are getting fed up unless they get a strategy for how we get out there.
There's also a lot of people being unfurloughed every day, mate.
Exactly.
Being unfurloughed, they're starting to go back to work. Listen, how do you think the team is, and how are you with the manager at the moment?
Well, I would stand by the manager until he says to us. I would absolutely stand by the manager because, see, like for example, Stevie G phones a club and says any players for loan, they'll listen to him. So we've got a better chance of doing it. We kind of fell apart at the seams. There's no getting away from it. See, in December, I was the guy that knocked out at Celtic Park.
I know that. That's what I mentioned. The 50p piece.
I said, but they thought I'd suffered brain damage because see, I
could have told them that wasn't true, mate. I could have told them that wasn't true.
What happened to you, Jim?
Well, right at the end of the game, the team will run up towards us. Next minute, I'm on the deck covered in blood. But the paramedics came up, by the way, they were brilliant. And the guy treated me, said, I can't get the blood to stop. I need to take you into the doctor. So he took us down the stair into the first aid room. And this young Paulus came towards me. He's like, you all right? I said, I've cupped a sore. He went, I don't suppose you know who done it? I went, oh, aye. I said, I can identify him 100%. He went, really? So he gives his notebook out. He's like, what did he look like? I said, one eyebrow, no teeth, and he'd wearing a green and grey top.
Very good. Very good.
That narrows it down to 49 now. It was one of us, by the way. Young boys.
Is that true? You could have picked about the ID printed because they all look the same.
I said they had one eyebrow, no teeth, and wearing a green and grey top. And the post said, that narrows it down to 49,000. And by the way, the posts were brilliant. They were absolutely brilliant. And you're going to be surprised to know that they were
unfortunately they did not catch the guy on CCTV. Surprise, surprise.
Or was it that Spanish guy again? One guy again, was it?
One guy. So I phoned up my lawyer, and my lawyer said to me, go for criminal injury. She said, if I take your case, she said, I'm going to take 25% of your fee. To go for criminal injury, she said. And so that's what I done. I went for criminal injuries. And I filled this thing online, and I kid you know, you need to be a Philadelphia lawyer to fill it in. So I filled it in, sent away all the photographs. I got an acknowledgement saying that we're taking my case up, so on and so forth. And I got a letter back a fortnight ago saying the scar on my forehead wasn't as bad as first thought, so in this case you'll not get any criminal injuries.
Right, okay. All right. No,
absolutely disgraceful. Disgraceful.
Oh, and
I mean, it spoiled your boys' good looks. It spoiled your boys' good looks.
I know. That wouldn't spoil if I'd done a chip pan duke. And then to compound the thing, mate, the sun ran with the story. I don't know if you knew that.
We've seen it, mate.
I've seen it, mate.
So, but the best laugh was, so the sun ran with the story, and so online, they asked Celtic for a comment. So Celtic obviously went right into defensive mode, right? They went right into and said some of your fans were assaulted as well. And then they showed a photograph of me, right? Seriously, they showed a photograph of me standing next to, superimposed next to Lee Griffiths, right? As if I was a Celtic supporter because I had no colours on.
Did they think you were twins? Did they think you were twins?
I couldn't be doing. I phoned the son and I said to the son, listen, baby, I only got a cut of heat. I've not got brain damage. I'm a Rangers man. And they took the story down within 20 minutes and phoned me and apologised. I mean, Lee Griffiths, best of pals.
So you think that Gerrard's the man to take us forward, mate?
I'm without a shadow of a doubt. I think his professionalism, the way he's turned the club around, even in the background, he's got the players' lounge, he's got their diets going, and let's be honest, guys. But after the 29th of December, I thought we were going to turn the corner, but then Kilmarnock and St Johnstone and Aberdeen at home, and I don't know, it was so disappointing.
Aye, it was a damn squad, but I mean, look, we have made progress, haven't we? We've got to be honest. Maybe not.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
You know, and that Braga performance that you mentioned, that Braga performance, mate, it was like a real professional European performance. We deserved to win the match.
We should be up 3-0 by the way. We should beat them 3-0. No problem whatsoever. No problem by the way. And I'll tell you, if you try to get up these stairs, by the way, you need an iron lung. I'm telling you.
Braga.
I thought, oh Jesus Christ, man! I was waving at the guy in the moon.
Listen, can I ask you, Jim? I know you've got so many stories to tell us. See when you got the time, and we'll be in touch, and we've got your number now. And thanks for coming on tonight.
No problem.
And I hope can you come on and maybe one night we'll go through your European exploits, and we'll let some of the guys who want to listen to it hear about some of your exploits. It'd be fantastic. I don't know if the rest of you think that's a good idea, because we've had a taster JFK and some of them comedy gold.
One of the best days I've had. Jim was fantastic that day, and everyone, and I'm not saying this, I'm not patronising you, Jim, everyone was agog. Your stories were absolutely legendary, mate, and I mean, to be going to 57 European games, it'd be great to hear other stories, pal. Brilliant stuff.
Oh, everywhere. Okay, guys, not a problem. Lovely to speak to you guys, okay?
You too, Jim. You look after yourself.
Okay.
Take care, Jim.
All the best, boys. Jim.
Stay safe, boys.
Yep, you too, pal. Stay safe.
Okay, bye. Good night,
cheers,
boys.
Jim.
Bye. Bye.
That was brilliant.
Oh.
I didn't know he was coming on tonight. We've been speaking to him for a while, and I didn't recognise the number, but what a man he is. And,
brilliant.
What a gentleman as well. And bring in Fox. We had some howlers, didn't we? And it was a friend of Big Stevie for Drumchapel, and we go to know him, and Fox, it was comedy gold, some of the stories, wasn't it?
An excellent wee afternoon spent having a few beers and listening to the stories. One of the better days that I've had.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much.
Oh, I'm fed up with your party drinking crew, mate. They're just all mad drunks. Good to get a bit of
well said, Fox. Oh, dear.
Aye, so maybe get Jim on another night, George, and we can 57 European. Stevie's just sent me a load of questions and that, and I think Big Mark for Corby, who know Jim. Well, I'm sure we will.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I mean, you could just tell the boys stories here. I mean, I've not been to hardly any games away from him in Europe. I mean, he's been to 57. Absolutely fantastic. You can tell that he's just got stories upon stories. That was probably half an hour there, and he never even told any stories. He was just telling you bits and bobs. I mean, we came on the night to talk about the semi-final, and he could tell you stories about every one of the ones he's been to. Oh, so that's absolutely fantastic. That would be a great show. In fact, if you had Big Stevie there as well with his questions, because he had all the stories before, it'd be an absolutely brilliant show.
I mean, let's just say the one he had us in tears with was a hot penny and
the hot Euros.
Euro.
Tears were streaming down my face.
That cost me my relationship with Nurse Gladys. That.
Nice one.
Brilliant. Brilliant, Paul.
And that's because he would tried it.
Oh, jeez, oh.
Oh, dear.
Oh, brilliant that was. Oh. But it'd be good to get him on, and I'll let him off centre stage. That'd be a good night. He's a cracking guy.
He's a lot of people know Jim in the Rangers support. Every area's got them, guys like that who who go, and obviously, as we see, he's a friend of the show through Big Stevie for the drum, and we all know a lot of the similar people, if you like, the west of the city. But I know that every area's got the similar people, but hopefully he'll be back in again, and then we'll have a night maybe talking about his adventures, and anybody else is getting similar. They're always welcome to join us here in Rangers Radio Bridge.
Absolutely, 100%. Come in and join us, please. Tell us all your stuff, life story.
Aye, but George, just going back to where we are, and I think if there's any change in the planned season starting and it's no August, I think the club, or we're going to have social distancing and no get a full crowd, I would like to think that the club will have to maybe rethink what they're going to charge as support.
Well, of course they will, Ox. Of course they will. Jimmy was saying today, the deadline date, that will definitely be extended as well. It was extended the last 2 seasons, so it'll be extended this season as well, probably a lot longer. We'll maybe know a wee bit more by the time it comes round. I can't let people just automatically renew straight away, but and that's fair enough. That's what happens sometimes. But I think the club will definitely need to come out and make a payment plan and things like that, Ox, because people are just not going to pay for not being able to do anything at all. But like you said earlier on, I mean, every club's under financial strain. That goes for our club as well, even though we've been not doing too bad the last couple of years. But the club will still need the fans' money at the end of the day, Ox, to
the club is the fans, mate. The club is the fans, mate, and we know that more than we ever did, mate. You
said it weeks ago, but they're going to come back to the fans. Some people won't be able to, Ox. This is a hard time for a lot of people. Jimmy's actually talking for somebody who maybe not be able to do it, but he's saying he can definitely do it. He can definitely do it, but he's saying, well, let's look at the other side of the coin, and that's fair enough. I mean, guys have had their season tickets for years, 20 years, whatever, 15 years, and they're maybe looking this year and saying, I'm going to have to hang back a wee bit, which isn't fair. These guys should all have their chance to get their season ticket as well when this all goes away and sorts of say, look, Ox.
It's very, very difficult, mate. The difficult situation. And to be fair, I've got sympathy for everybody because obviously it's nobody's doing. It's unique.
Yeah.
Well, if you listen to Trump, it might be a lab in China. So we'll wait and see when the movie comes out.
Yeah.
But Bridge, on you go, George.
No, just what you were saying there, Ox. I mean, we're talking about that again, and obviously it's the night of the semi-final as well. And that's what you come on here every night to try and gaze that wee lift again. So you've done that tonight again. We've spoken about the semi-final. Jim came on there, it was absolutely fantastic. But I just hope we can get back to there again as well, Ox, the semi-final. That feeling that night, you get there, even the night with the last penalties I remember in the Hingway when we played Paris Saint-Germain. Nights like that as well, big nights, crowds full of goals. We're getting there again. We're definitely getting there. Getting into this round, we've got a big hard German team, so that's the thing. That's why the club's got to need their money for to continue on that quest to get back to where we belong, Ox.
Aye, and by the way, I think Braga wasn't as big as Fiorentina or anything like that, but Braga was a decent night for us in Europe. JFK then, Bridge?
Oh, definitely, mate. I mean, look at the record we've had in the last 2 seasons, and Braga was a fantastic night, mate. I mean, we were at Ibrox Special. I mean, what an atmosphere. We played out with skin at a lot of the games in Europe in the last 2 seasons, and we deserved it, all the plaudits that are gone. So let's hope when all things settle down, we can get back to that again, and have a roaring full Ibrox again. But that'll be interesting once things do settle down and see who and how many's allowed into Ibrox on any given day. So we'll just need to wait and see. But everybody else, we're all proud to be Rangers fans, so we'll go with the flow, mate.
All right, well, Bridgeman, because we're furloughed, we can only go for 1 hour. That's the rules that Fox has laid out. So we've reached that time of the evening.
He's a bad man, that Fox, but I'll tell you what, it's been a marvellous night, lovely, marvellous discussions, really, really good, very interesting too. Can I just say this to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly the Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio? Strange times. Keep it going for the Rangers, because right now and for the next wee while, Rangers are really going to need us. They're going to need us. Keep it going.
Can I thank yourself, Bridge, GFK, Fox, Old School Blue for the background, George Logan, who's always good to hear from. Big shout out to Jim Smith, who joined us. Trust me, he's a Rangers diehard and a Rangers character. Hopefully we'll get Jim on again with some first-class stories. Thanks for everybody for listening. We'll be back tomorrow night, Saturday, with a show between 9 and 10 because of the lockdown situation. Thanks for listening. Be safe. Look after everybody. Speak to you tomorrow. Take it away. All School Blue.
I sailed the wild Atlantic, crossed the broad Pacific shore. I sailed around the stormy capes and I've heard the forties roar. I've flying the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea, but never see back home in Scotland more than all the rest to me. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my drops. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my drops. And it's back on the really get clear clean. No more I'll sail the seven seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the urge again, I'm back where I belong. At 3 o'clock each Saturday I'll join the mighty throng. With flags and banners all around I'll proudly sing this song. It's the blue, blue, blue sea of my drops. It's the greatest sight that I